What do you need, D-Led?
Yeah, Coach, just want to check in with you as you all get prepared here for the regular season finale against the Saints.
Yes.
How's preparations going?
It's good. Obviously short week, D-Led, so, push some things back, give the coaches time to prepare and give these guys time to recover. We'll have these guys out here today. We'll get our normal walkthrough on a Wednesday type practice, and then we'll be able to come out and knock out a Thursday, Friday practice to get us ready for a Saturday walkthrough before we go play New Orleans in the finale at the Benz.
How are they winning these games here? And could you discuss the play of Tyler Shuck?
He's playing pretty well. He has been playing really well throughout the course of the season, really. They won 5 out of the last 7. He's going out finding completions. They're doing a nice job of utilizing his ability to run the football. They've done a nice job. They're playing much better on defense. They moved up significantly in their numbers. We know how we feel about stats, but they've done a nice job of doing those things. But we knew they would. They're well coached and a good football team and a good rivalry.
And on your roster, do you have an update for Brandon Dorless?
We dodged a big-time bullet.
Okay.
We feel pretty good about the injury. He's going to miss a couple of weeks. Obviously, he'll miss this game. But we do know we feel really good about what happened as opposed to what everybody thought.
So nothing is torn?
I don't – yeah, that's from what I know, nothing's torn.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that.
Okay.
From what I know, it's not a ligament
Okay.
that's torn. So, dodged a big-time bullet that way.
Okay. So he's week to week. Well, it's only 1 week left.
Yeah, he's out this game.
Yeah.
But he's got an injury that's going to require a couple weeks. But
Surgery? No surgery.
that I don't know yet.
Okay.
But it looks good.
What is the knee?
It's really good. Actually, it's a hamstring.
It's a hamstring.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's not a knee. For what I know.
Kellen Moore and just what he's done in his first season.
Kellen Moore has just been a really good football coach in the National Football League for a long time, whether he's been at the Chargers, win the Super Bowl with Philly, what he's been able to do as a head coach with the young quarterback, all those different things. He's always been one of those kind of innovative guys that kind of can do a bunch of different things. His offense looked different with Philly than it looked with Dallas. It looked different with the Chargers. It looked different with who he's playing with now. He seems to find ways to utilize his talent and the people around him, and he does a good job of doing that. But he's always been like that, even as a player.
It's kind of interesting how things have shaken out in the division, because y'all and the Saints are probably the 2 hottest teams in the NFC South, even though you guys have been out of the playoffs for the last several weeks. What do you make of that?
I don't. It's really upsetting. You like us to had won some games so we can be in this race or lead in this race. Was what we feel we could have been, but we're not. So what we've done is we focus on winning. We focus on going out and doing the best job that we can do to close out our last game, and that's kind of been the focus around there for us.
Because it is the Saints, right? Does it make it? I mean, I know you all want to win, and you guys have done great the last few weeks. But I mean, does the Saints game make it even more magnified? Like, hey, if we can go out with a win against them, that puts a little bit of a bow on maybe not the best season.
No, I wouldn't say a bow, but we don't like the Saints. That's clear. That's clear and obvious, and it's the reason the National Football League makes all these games at the end, try to make them division games and do that whatever the nature may be. But that's the exciting part about the National Football League, so you can get these type of games. These type of moments, divisional rivals, get it all together. It was nice to go out there and get one win versus those guys. It'd be better to get 2.
What would it mean to sweep them since y'all don't like them so much?
I mean, it's just what it's supposed to be. It's the rivalry, everything that's involved with that, and going out and establishing dominance in the South.
Rob, what does it say about this locker room, just the way they kind of come together after being eliminated, but just saying, hey, we're going to take this out and finish the right way?
I just think that's who they are and what they've been. Their leadership is that way. Whether you're talking about Jesse Bates, Bijan Robinson, Chris Lindstrom, Jake Matthews, you talk about just pick any individual on the football team, and that's kind of how they're built and how they play and how they want to go.
Does that just go with building the culture here of having the right guys in the locker room?
It's a absolutely phenomenal job done, built, and how the players have been built, the people in the building, all hands on deck mentality, and how to get those things right, and that thing is right.
You have a potential update on Mike Hughes, Clark Phillips, Sam Roberts, and Josh Woods.
We started both Sam's and Clark's, 3-week window, get them out there in practice. So we'll get more information on those guys today. They'll get a chance to get out there and do some things. But, nothing right now. Haven't activated them, put them on a roster or anything like that, but their window started. Made sense. And Mike Hughes, I don't know much about Mike. He had the ankle, obviously, that you guys knew about. There was, I don't think he won't be able to go this week. But he was hopeful that he would be able to.
And then Josh Woods.
And Josh Woods obviously had a personal deal he had to go home for, so we'll get a chance to see him today, hopefully tomorrow for sure. But everything went well with his personal issue. I'll let him tell you what it was, if you guys don't know, which I don't know if you know.
What's there to be said for just closing it out on victory and how that propels into next season?
I think that's a big part of it. I think you can't ever get tired of winning, and winning is fun, and you got to obsess over it. And I want the guys to obsess over winning no matter what it is, or whatever the stakes are. So, if you can find a way to do those things, that's how you become a winner, and that's how you change your program into a winning program, and that's exactly what we want to be.
When you go back to the way the quarterback situation sort of unfolded, of course, you have the quarterback changed late last season, and then you go into the offseason. When you look back on this, how do you evaluate the way that you handled it as head coach here?
That's a tough question. You handle it as best you can do, and you do whatever you think that can help the football team win. And last year we had to make the change because we weren't playing as well as we were playing, or we needed to play. And we went out there and we played decent football, played pretty good football with our future of our organization. We started the season this year with him, and he turned into Superman, almost won a game for him by himself. Did a lot of really good things and got injured. And then you went back to, Kirk Cousins, which we got a lot of confidence in, a guy that came here that we brought here to establish this culture, to get us going, to get us off the right way, and he did. We just weren't able to maintain it. So we're right back with Kurt, and Kurt's out there leading us and doing a nice job for us.
And then based off of, I guess, the way that Kirk has played here the last couple of weeks, giving you guys a chance to win, not that Mike wasn't, but
Yeah.
Would you have done something differently just based off of the way that he's played here the last couple of weeks?
No. Mike was outstanding, and he was awesome when he played for us. And Mike did a nice job. Mike got hurt. Kurt stepped in and did exactly what we thought we would do. Kurt's. I know you guys wanted to get rid of Kurt, and that wasn't my intentions. That was not what I wanted to do. Especially when you need a backup, you need somebody to win if something happens to your quarterback, and I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we got a chance to keep him. The character, who he is, what he gives us, the personality, the guy. He's outstanding, and he's been nothing but that since he's been here.
Anything else?
Yeah, Coach, how did C.J. Henderson do? I don't know if that was his first start, but definitely.
Yeah, I don't know that either. But he definitely
definitely out there.
went out there and competed. Obviously, we gave up a scramble play. We got lucky on one other play, but obviously he didn't have his best game or play as well as he did the week before. But he'll definitely get ops. He looked good, doing a lot of good things, and he's definitely a guy that goes out there and competes and does a nice job for us.
Olave, he looked like he's having a pretty big season stat-wise. What kind of problems does he present for your secondary?
Really good football player, very similar to the guys that we've been playing. These guys that are go-to guys, these guys that are number one wideouts, obviously they're number one. He's very talented, very skilled. Has been since he's come out into the National Football League. He has all the movement, all the hands, all the ball skills, everything you want from your one receiver, and he's done great.
When it comes back to Bijan Robinson, postseason awards, stuff like that, what would your pitch be for him? You called him the best player in football, but it's like Offensive Player of the Year, and he's fourth in odds for some reason. I don't know why he's not there. But.
Don't ask me. I've been saying this from day one, so yeah. I've been saying he's the best player in football for a while. At first, you guys giggled. Then I start to change it to, you're right. And he's done nothing but go out there and prove that he's the best player in football. And he proves it every time he steps on the grass. I don't know if it's a pitch that you can give. We need to win for him as a team and get him in those moments so everybody can see it more often. But he's definitely done his part.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
All right.
Thanks, Raheem. Thanks, Rob.
See you guys.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'm a majority